Hello, Taurus, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. This message is a general read for the month of September 2025. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. Let's see. Oh, your cards are already popping. So we got the card of good fortune, invite magic in, and at the bottom of the deck is the 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. This is very interesting because this is day and night, right? But I do see the rainbow in both of them. So the primary energy is that good fortune. This is what you don't see, and it's these 7 deadly sins or something toxic, having to let go of something, right? So this, I feel, is what is assisting you in transitioning or transmuting negative low vibrational energy into the good fortune, that positive energy, that abundant energy. It does feel like there's something that's you're attached to or connected to in some way, shape, or form, and it can be anything, a mindset, a belief system, of whatever this is. It says learn to let go, letting go of whatever that toxicity is in order to achieve and receive those blessings of the good fortune of the higher vibration. Wow, already we're just kicking this off. Okay, let's see what other messages want to come out for Taurus for the month of September. Again, you can check other placements in your chart, do some of the other readings for your sun, moon, Venus. That may help give you additional information. Wow, Fool card, major arcana card. This is talking about taking a leap of faith, embarking on a new path, trusting your higher self and your intuition with the High Priestess here. This feels really to me like cutting something loose that has been holding you back and being able to move forward quite quickly into much lighter, healthier, like abundant energy. There is a new beginning here. It does look like it is meant to go in a very favorable way, but it does require work on your part, right? Letting go of toxic things, whatever this toxicity is. So the next card that shows up is the 4 of Fire. That is a card of celebration. That is like a major form of stability and security. Look at the bottom of the deck, the 7 of Air. What the heck? This energy that's on the bottom of the deck is an undercurrent. So this is taking place either behind the scenes, behind your back, or, it's happening and you're either recognizing it and ignoring it. I feel something is saying to me that it's time to really trust what your intuition is saying to you. 7 of Swords is not a good energy. This is an energy of a sneaky sneaky energy, a thieving energy, a cheating energy. This is not a good, and 7, this card keeps popping up to me. So I feel like this is what it is. Like this just unhealthy energy of deception, manipulation, trickery of some sort. If there's an energy you're connected to or something like that, just be mindful of this, because it is saying, very clearly about letting go of toxicity, these 7 things, unhealthy, whatever these are for you. And again, they can be even internally negative mindset or negative thinking, bitter, angry, hostility, whatever. Any of those are low vibration. The next card that comes up is the 3 of Water. High Priestess on the bottom of the deck again. Trusting your intuition. And what this card was sticking up, I know it weren't sticking up that much, but when I pulled it back, and it was that 7 of Air again. The 3 of Waters, this can represent a lot of, all these cards can represent a lot of different things. In this card, I'm feeling like a whirlwind of emotions. I'm feeling like an unsettling energy when it comes to feelings within relationships or about relationships. It's definitely concerning emotions and feelings, and I do feel in regards to a relationship. High Priestess, I already showed you that on the bottom. Let's pull one more card. Wow. So It's interesting how this energy is showing up, because it's like there is this major theme. Next card that shows up is the Page of Water. Message, news, information, something fresh, a fresh start. Two of Waters, in a connection, in a relationship. Two of Waters definitely talks about a partnership. There feels like there is an energy of, that Three of Water gave me some feelings, right? Like I was really feeling a lot of different things with that Three of Water. And I did initially like kind of pick up on third party situation or something like that, where this could be it feels like a cyclone. It feels very emotionally turbulent with that Three of Water. And I do feel like it's in regards to a relationship. There's something toxic that I'm feeling is going on, and it's kind of like your intuition is saying, let this go, release this, surrender this. This is a toxic situation. I'm feeling, though, I feel this, okay, let me see what's underneath this Two of Cups. The Moon. Jeez. Oh. Again, trusting about the intuition. And I'm kind of feeling like this is a message for me as well about trusting my intuition, because when I'm looking at these cards, where I love to see this good fortune and I love to see that Fool card, and then that Four of Wands like that, right? Then it goes to that deeper energy of that Three of Water to the Page of Water, and that is a little like that really gives me a kind of feeling. And then I'm talking about this, so like I did feel this clearly about a relationship, right? So I feel like, I hope this isn't the case, but I have to put this out there because I'm stuck until I do. I feel like there could have been good fortune on a new beginning, could have been in a commitment, a marriage, something like that, right? And now it's like it's been spinning out of control, or there's something that's going on where it's like this recognizing it's toxic and you have to let this situation go. Right? And I do kind of feel like there is a lot of emotions involved in whatever this is. I also feel with this, like I hope that wasn't the case. I know that will resonate with some people, and I just want to say this. If you took a leap of faith and got in a commitment for good fortune, for money, for something like that, then this is a cycle you're going to have to learn some serious lessons about, okay? That's just it. You're going to have to recognize your toxic traits, patterns, and behaviors, and then you're going to have to let go of those and do better and be better. All right, let me move away from that energy now, and I want to talk about the more higher side vibrational Tauruses, right? Who in Taurus, you have... you are second house energy, right? Like there is a lot of like stability, financial stability, security, something like that. That is just automatically written in your chart, right? Because you have that, because you are either that sun sign, that rising sign, or you have planets in there. You can look what house that means for you, but it does talk about working hard. And that's what I feel like this is about on the higher side vibrational Tauruses, the ones that didn't do that mess I was just picking up on, the ones who have worked hard and taken leaps of faith for stability and security. I feel like if this has been a challenging time for you recently, it could have been because of some sort of external influence. And I do feel like there was a lot of emotional turbulence that could have had an impact or played a part in whatever it was that just didn't seem to be falling into place, is what I'm feeling. I feel like you're seeing that now, though. You're recognizing what that is, and you're coming back into balance. Let's keep going and clarifying this. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's see, Taurus, what else is going on to give us some clarity on this. Taking a leap of faith. Taking a leap of faith. That Fool card. What is the information, the clarity on that Fool card? Two of Cups. Boy, I'm telling you, I do not like seeing this kind of stuff because I already know that it's not going to ever work out like that. It's not going to pan out that way, right? Like if you have done something intentionally with intent to connect yourself to good fortune and things like that, and it was not like an aligned thing. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. This is not going to pan out well. I can just feel that energy. For others of you where things are coming into balance, I do see a union happening, and I do feel like it's going to be something very solid and very stable. Whether this is an employment situation, I personally just feeling this energy and feeling this more as intimate connections, right? Where there's like a relationship that's coming in, or a relationship that's evolving, like going to the next level. I do see there could be somebody trying to interfere with this out of there, this external energy that wants to cause like some disturbance, emotional disturbance, like within your feelings. Like this is just a toxic energy that you're going to see and recognize and know that it's time for this to go. So give me an additional card for this Fool, Two of Cups. Give me an additional card for this Fool, Two of Cups. More clarity on this. We're going to clarify that Three of Water and that Page of Water. That feels to me like it's something that has not played out yet, and I do feel like it's going to. The Wheel of Fortune is right here as well. Again, I swear I do not like feeling this energy, but this really, you know, on one side of this where I feel like that negative energy that was not good was playing out, like that's the situation, like there is something shifting and there is something changing, like that, like if you were connecting into a situation for growth, wealth, prosperity, that good fortune, that's being stripped from somebody. On the other hand of this, if this is somebody who is in a really beautiful connection with this good fortune and this Wheel of Fortune, this is some energy that wants to interrupt that energy right there. I don't see it happening, but I feel for some reason, and I don't know what your reason is, that this has been something you have not been able to either put your finger on, recognize it for what it was, or see the truth of a situation. But I do feel during the month of September, you will be doing absolutely that. And I do feel like you will be, I feel easily able to disconnect and release yourself from whatever that toxic energy is. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. And this, I really feel like this card has showed up in a couple other readings today where I see these Three of Cups as empty. They're hollow, they're shallow, they're real. There's not real love in them. There's not real feelings in them. And then there is one where you see this beautiful swan that's in here. You probably can't see it very well in this picture, but there is a beautiful swan. And look at this one in this cup. There's something about this one's eyes, something about the eyes. I almost feel like side eye. I don't know, I do. There feels like I feel like there is either somebody is stuck in a situation, right, and mad as hell about it, like looking evil-eyed. I do see this other swan over here, and that's sitting right with this Cancer sign. Cancer is talks about, it's a very intuitive sign. It's a very nurturing, loving, motherly. Mother is associated, motherly energy is associated, and it is connected to this I feel free bird, like this free spirit, right? Yeah, I feel like there's something going on with this, like this. And look, this is, again, underneath that was the Hanged Man. There's something is stuck, stagnant. It feels like being caged. It feels like some sort of restriction. That is not happening. That's over. There's going to be some turbulent stuff if that's a situation. This, any way that I'm looking at this, I mean, even for the person who is in alignment with this good fortune and this solid, steady commitment and this union and this great fortune, like there's some external influence that's going to, or external things that are just trying to do the most is how I'm feeling about this. Not going to be a great return on the investment. But let's talk more about this Four of Wands. It's Four of Fire in that deck, but that is typically the Four of Wands. It talks about a celebration. It talks about a solid foundation and a commitment. All right, too many cards. Wow. I'm going to show them to you. I'm not taking them because there's too many cards. But I see the Three of Cups in reverse. I see the Star card. I see an Ace of Pentacles. And I see the Fool card. The Fool card is out here twice. And look at Three of Cups is out there twice too. Right there, that one that has not been giving me a good vibe. This one gives me a better vibe because this is talking about a new beginning in the physical realm. Star card is right here. And that talks about healing. Right? It talks about Aquarian age, that sort of energy, a healer, a true healer. This is a healing situation, and this Three of Cups is reversed, right? So that this new beginning, and like I said, if this was originally that energy of like thinking you were tapping into all this, wealth, prosperity, abundance, whatever it is, like if that was your intent because for a financial gain or come up, that's gone. That's being reversed. And then there is this other energy, like I said, where this Fool, this taking a leap of faith and new beginning there is a solid foundation. There is a solid connection here that's going to have this Ace of Pentacles, that seed that gets planted and watered. See the Star card, watering that seed, healing a situation, and them Three of Cups are reversed. That external influence is not coming through with this. Wow. All right, let's keep going. All right, I wanted to pull cards for the Four of Fire. So give me two cards. Yeah, one card. First card is the Eight of Wands. That talks about quick movement forward. It talks about a lot of communication, a lot of things happening at once, and it is going to be a new beginning. It's about taking a leap of faith. Look at this. This person's walking away, right? Leaving something in the past. And the only thing they're taking with them is loyalty. The friends, the connections, the partnerships that are loyal, right? Loyal, loving, nurturing, kind, that sort of energy. With the Eight of Wands is the Devil. This is that toxic energy right here. This is like, I feel like this is something that's had somebody bound or somebody is bound by, and now they have to get out of that, right? Here's the Hierophant that talks about a marriage. It could be a commitment, a connection, a marriage that has been a toxic situation or is a toxic situation. For some of you, for others of you, you've already, this isn't going to be for you. Like yours is going to be like, this could even be somebody feeling trapped and bound. Maybe their family is interference, right? And they feel trapped and bound to that. Like this is something that they have to recognize as toxicity of being bound to something and ultimately let that go, releasing, forget those titles, because I'm seeing something move forward quickly, and it's going to require not being bound by toxic energy, being bound by the devil for whatever that is. So, every addictions, and it can be anything. How it fits in your chart. Or how it fits in your life. I'm sorry. So we're going to look at the Three of Waters now. I really have been waiting to get to this energy. So tell me more about the Three of Waters. Three of Waters, two cards came out. Five of Swords and the Eight. And that is the Eight of Cups. So with the Five of Swords, that talks about a lot of mental anguish. It talks about trying to win at all costs. It talks about deception, manipulation. And then the Eight of Cups is talking about walking away, turning your back, leaving them things in the past. I'm seeing Saturn right there. I'm seeing Pisces right there. Saturn just retrograded into Pisces. When we talk about Pisces on a collective level, that is talking about hidden enemies, things coming to an end. Saturn talks about lessons, karma, timing, that sort of energy. Look what we got here at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. This talks about rising above. There's that Mars energy over here, ruler of Aries, and there's Leo energy right here. So it does give me, with this fiery energy, like somebody is rising above a situation and moving away from it, like disconnecting, leaving the toxicity. Whether this is you doing this or this is something happening, anyway I'm looking at it, whatever that Three of Waters is that does not come through with a high vibe, that external interference is being X'd out. I'm seeing it released here and walked away from there, seen for what it is, rising above it, and none of it can touch this energy anymore. That's how I'm seeing with that external energy that's trying to influence or sabotage or doing whatever the hell they're trying to do up there that I was talking about for the other side of this. Is if this is someone who is taking a leap of faith and really aligning and stabilizing some things in their life. There's some shady characters that have been around or are around that are going to get exposed during the month of September, I feel, and left high and dry. Plain and simple. Page of Waters is clarified by the High Priestess. We've already seen her earlier. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands again. Four of Wands, Four of Wands. Now, if you look at this energy, you can see this is looking much different than that energy right there. See these two energies, right? Like especially this one with that Three of Water. That's where I felt a really deceptive bad energy, right? And now you see kind of like the understanding and the awakening of this turbulence or this whatever this mess was, and somebody able to walk away from it, turn their back on it, trust their intuition. And it brings them to that stability, that security, that celebration, and this great fortune. And because they're on the authentic path. They're on their path. And like I said, the first way I was seeing this coming out was somebody was trying to manipulate their way into a path that wasn't their path, and that's being done. That's over. And then this other one is like an alignment that is on someone's path, written in the stars, made for them. And this is where this is alignment, and whatever this interference is that's trying to mess this up. Oh, hell no. I see that shit being right down the road, gone, adios. Turn your back on that, see it for what it is, and look, Emperor right there. Like, this is mastering. This is, wow. Six of Cups. This is all as a result of something from the past. Six of Cups talks about the past. It can talk about children. I'm seeing, I am, for whatever reason, seeing Scorpio energy in here, which I don't know why I was surprised to see that. Scorpio energy talks about the Death card. It talks about transformation and transition. I'm feeling like there is something that is no longer, like if you look at this Emperor right here, and it doesn't matter, man or woman, right? We all carry masculine and feminine energy. You can see where he was like covered, and whatever this was like a shell. Like this person was a shell of a person. And now that shell is falling away. It's breaking away. What's underneath this Six of Cups? Yeah, Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Three of Swords in that. Wow. Like there is something, and I feel... All I know is I see it two ways. I see it that way I told you about that. And then the second way is where this is an individual who's in alignment where there's a hidden enemy that's around, and this hidden enemy, the mask is coming off from somebody. Like, this person's breaking out of a shell. This can be a mask coming off from somebody. It can, you know, it's very symbolic, but whatever this was, it was something that happened in the past. There's a lot of heartbreak that's associated with this energy, and there's a Tower moment. Like I said, come hell or high water, and look, 6 of Swords, that means you're being spiritually guided to move forward. Whatever this is, if somebody is trying to interfere with a relationship that is meant to be, that situation is going through. If you are manipulating your way into a relationship because you want money, fame, fortune, clout, whatever the hell it is, this is coming crumbling down. You know where you fit in this. What a crazy message this has been. Let me know in the comments how this message resonates with you. I send you peace, blessings, love, and light.